hope. I was the voice of Boo in Monsters, Inc., and I was only 3 when I did the voice.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it was my dad, who's a storyboard artist for the movie. So they originally, in the very rough early days of the movie, they just needed a little girl to sketch and to draw. And so my dad would bring me in, and that's originally why she actually has pigtails, because my mom would always have me in pigtails when they came in to do the sketches. So it was originally just that, and then as the movie progressed, they wanted to use me for scratch dialogue. So again, still very rough. It was just storyboards to voices, and as it progressed, they're like, well, if she's doing good, let's just actually bring her to the actual recording studio and see how she does. So I could have froze up. It was a completely new building, but apparently, according to my mom, I walked in like I just knew what I was doing. And I ended up, it was a year from 2.5 to 3.5. I was brought into the recording studio. They would follow me around with a microphone and use a Sesame Street puppet to talk to me, kind of feed the lines. But yeah, so a little overview. I guess we could, right? It's time. We could, if you guys have questions. So yeah.
What's a 2319?
2319. I just met someone at this Comic-Con whose baby was born on 2319. They were very proud. That's what the CDA, Child Detection Agency, that's their code for when the sock was on the guy's back, right? I've seen the movie so many times, but yeah. There you go. Got a 2319. Good
What?
Question, Jackie. I guess I gave it away because I said
It's a plant.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
What's Boo's name in the movie?
Well, I'd say Boo. No, but there's speculation. There's a drawing that she did. She held up a drawing. I actually drew the drawing, and I wrote my name on the bottom right. And so everyone thinks because of that picture that her name in the movie is actually Mary, and it could be. But my name's Mary, so I'd say Boo's actual name is Mary as well. But, yeah. Little song. So they had me originally. They told me to sing a song, and so I started out singing "Wheels on the Bus." That's copyright, and so they're like, "Hey, we can't have that. Just sing for like." They had me sing for like 3 hours, just like randomly, babble, and that was all they took from that. But yeah, just like Stades comes along, one in here sing song, twaddle kind. That's what they took from it. But yeah, so nothing. It's not an actual song, but it was all made up. Yeah.
Is Boo the witch in Brave?
There's a lot of Pixar theories. I think that's my favorite one is that Boo's the time-traveling witch that was in Brave. Yeah, that's one. Or another one is that she's Andy's mom. I just like that I'm the center of all these Pixar theories. Yeah. Yeah.
How did Jesse end up in your room in Monsters, Inc.?
Amanda. Well, there's a lot of, if you look at all the Pixar movies, I'm sure a lot of you guys know, they put the different like clues of the different movies in the other movies. So in Boo's room, there's a Pixar ball, Nemo, and Jesse. Yeah, they do interlock, or like intertie all the movies together. Pixar is definitely clever. They keep people like rewatching the movies over and over again to really dig into it. But yeah.
Do you still get paid for the work you've done as a 3-year-old?
Right? Okay, so since I was a child actor, there's all these like annoying laws, and but there's not like residual. It's not like every time the movie plays, then I get paid, I wish. But I definitely was compensated for sure. And now I get to do these Comic-Cons and everything, so that's kind of like the residual income now. But yeah. Yeah, now it's either I'm doing Comic-Cons, and then I haven't done any other voice work, but they reuse my voice a lot. And so if Disney or Pixar ever needs a little laugh or cry, it's normally mine. So like I was in Baby Riley and Inside Out, Baby Nala in Lion King 1.5, some random Mulan 2 baby cry. But yeah, because a lot of the times they get an actual, like an older person to be a kid's voice, but this just happened that they were able to get an actual little girl to do a voice, so they have my voice in what they call the vault, and they pull it out when they need it. But yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Any other, yeah.
Do you remember a lot of the things you said when you were
Little, yeah. I mean, so unfortunately, because I was so young, I don't have a ton of vivid memories of like saying stuff or anything. I do remember in the recording studio, all the walls have that spongy material on it to reflect the sound. And since I was so young, I just thought that was the funnest thing, like rolling around the walls. I remember that. Yeah, so I think the best part and like the most fun part for me was just being able to go to my dad's work. Like for me, I don't know exactly what age it hit me that I was Boo, but I mean at that age I was just having fun, and they were following me around with the microphone. And I didn't really know why, but yeah, that was good. And then when I was 5, that's when it came out, and I remember more vividly that. So I could actually remember Billy Crystal walking me down the red carpet, which is pretty cool. So that's probably the best memory that I could like vividly remember. Yeah, what's up?
There's a lot of kids actually rediscovering Monsters Inc. because of streaming. They're watching Monsters Inc. and I'm hearing that they're going to do a Monsters-related
The TV series.
on Disney Plus. They might have like Boo or something incorporated into that.
Yeah, so they are having the Monsters Inc. TV series. It's projected to come out in 2020. I'm not exactly sure if they're going to stick to that. The last that I heard, Pete Docter, he's the director of Monsters Inc., and he was telling Disney, like the team on the Disney TV, specifically not to bring Boo into the TV series because it was the first movie ended in such a cliffhanger. He doesn't want, especially I think not under his supervision, he doesn't want them to kind of like dilute Boo or like kind of ruin the story of Boo. So ultimately I think they're saving it for a third movie. Like, I have no like 100% confirmation on that, but it took them like 14 years to make another Incredibles. So I wouldn't put it past them. But they are making a TV series, yeah. I think it's called Monsters at Work, is what they're calling it. So you get to learn a little bit more about the monsters inside the Scare Factory or the Laugh Floor, I guess it's called now. But yeah. So stay tuned for that.
Were you the voice of Disneyland on the ride?
I was, yeah. So my voice was reused in on the ride in California Adventure, and then Kingdom Hearts 3, it was reused for that. So I didn't actually have to go in and re-record anything. They just like pulled it from the vaults. Yeah.
No, when they do that, do they have to compensate you, or do they own the rights to your voice?
No, they have to compensate me. So I'll have to sign a contract every time they reuse it and all that, which is nice.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
You took my question.
Oh.
I was gonna be like, do they call you? But or
Yeah,
text you.
and it was, I moved around so much, so they had to track me down, but yeah. They did. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Again, it's kind of, with the child actors, it's hard to track down some things sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes,
But, yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever worn the Disney World mascot?
What is that?
Like the Boo mascot for Disney World?
Do you have a picture? Hold up.
Yes.
What is that? Like a mascot? Oh, like the actual outfit?
Yeah.
Oh no, I haven't. That'd be cool though. That'd be cool because like never actually the voices of those characters are wearing the costume, so
I'm sure if you asked,
they let me. I know. That'd be cool. Oh, that'd be awesome. Has anyone been to Disneyland in Japan or anything?
No.
No, neither have I. But I heard they have a really cool. You have?
No, I was gonna be like, have you?
Oh no, I know. I wish. Apparently, they have a really cool Monsters Inc. Section. They have like the whole like scare floor and everything. So
Cool.
I know. I need to check that out.
Joshua
So
Miller.
maybe I'll have to go there and wear the costume. Yeah. Any other questions? Probably covered most of it. But
So if they did a sequel with an older Boo, would you be tempted?
yeah, I'm definitely. So right now, I'm not actively seeking any voiceover roles. But if they came and asked me to do a third one, I'd be honored for sure. And so far, Pixar's asked every original actor to come back for sequels. So that would be awesome to come back as Boo. Meet Sully again. Go back into Monster World. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like I said, I still think they'll make one, but just don't expect her in the TV series.
Did you get to climb on John Goodman's back when you were a kid?
Like that. He did carry me down the red carpet, but I'm pretty sure he did it like
No.
from the front. But, yeah. Anything else? Yeah.
Are there currently any projects that you're currently working on, or?
Yeah. So right now, stepped away from in front of the camera. Now I like to work behind the camera.
Oh,
So I started a production studio and do a lot of filming and editing. So you could guys definitely follow me on Instagram. It's drip, DRYP_productions. And yeah, do a lot of promotional videos and stuff like that. So yeah. Yeah, starting to get into more animation, and definitely growing up with my dad and growing up in Pixar definitely helped. I was always around Photoshop and Adobe and all those programs, so definitely grateful for that. So yeah. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite kind of animation style or any series you like that was very influential on you?
Let's see. I say my favorite animation style is just rotoscoping. So it's like when you film and you draw over it. And there's a movie specifically called Waking Life that it's not a TV show, but a movie, and I watched that when I was younger, and that definitely inspired me to get more into rotoscoping and things like that. It's a really cool movie. They shot it live action, and then they took, I think at least 10 different artists and broke up the movie, and each artist got their own section and drew over it. So it's like all the different styles, and yeah. So that was a really cool movie. But yeah, I'm always learning more.
It take a lot of time to-
Oh yeah, it takes. I did one little rotoscoping for like a little basketball video, and yeah, drawing over every frame definitely takes a long time. And then you play it back, and it's like 3 seconds. Great. Yeah, but my dad, he's a storyboard artist, and he did a lot of. He never got into computer animation, but he did a lot of like 2D animation, like the old school animation, and so I definitely learned a lot from that too. So it's good to grow up around for sure. Yeah. Anything else?
When you were in, I think it was Sully's house? Was it
Oh, Mike's
Sully?
condo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were they feeding you Cheerios or what was it?
I think it's Fruit Loops, right? I think they were colored. I have to rewatch it.
Yeah, they're colored.
Yeah,
they're
they were.
colored.
I'm like, I remember.
Yeah, Fruit Loops. They didn't actually give me Fruit Loops,
They-
but all of my emotions were 100% real laughs, real cries. To make me cry, there was some candy and money jingling in my pocket, and they took it away, and that was a big crying scene. Another one, they were trying to make me go, like for the door scene. So my mom was doing this with me, and she slips and cuts my gum, and that was the big crying scene where all the lights go out. So she's like holding me away from her, and I'm like, "Mommy, mommy!" And they're like, "No, she can't say mom. Like, hold her away so that the sound doesn't get muffled." So yeah, all real emotion, and I never ended up in therapy because of it. So that's good. Yeah, but it was definitely a good experience for sure. I think it's perfect. Did a voice over when I was young. No one ever recognizes me now. It's like, it's great. So, yeah.
Oh, it looks like a big girl.
Anything else? Probably covered most of the bases, but
Did they dress you up in a costume when?
I've never actually worn that costume. But yeah, I did see someone at the last Comic-Con I was at dressed up in one, and it was pretty cool. I need to make one next Halloween. That'll be the next the next costume. Awesome.
So is your company well bragging in Phoenix?
Yeah. We kind of go wherever our work is. We were in Mexico for a while and working with restaurants and a lot of companies down there, and then moved up to LA, and now we're in Phoenix. So
There's a lot of that in Phoenix.
yeah, I know. And we were in LA first. You think there was more there, which there's a ton there as well, but I just don't like the traffic. I don't like the traffic. I like actually being able to go on a hike and be in nature and not like in a neighborhood. Yeah, and so I love Phoenix. It's nice.
Yeah, they have a lot of trails and stuff.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Amazing.
I love it. It's great. And yeah, the dry heat. I like that too, surprisingly. I just went back to LA, and with the humidity, the temperature is actually definitely comparable. So I don't know. But yeah, from Northern California originally. So that's yeah. Pixar's in Emeryville, so Northern California. Yeah, so that's where I was. Let's see. I think I covered everything. Have anything else?
Is your family still in Pixar, or?
My dad, he worked at Pixar for at least 20 years, and then he moved down to DreamWorks And then he was actually working on the Monsters Inc. TV series for a little bit, and now he's actually kind of over all the big corporations, and he's doing some work with Seth Rogen now. So he's kind of jumping around the movie business, but yeah, always into storyboards, and it's definitely, his mind's always thinking of good ideas. So yeah.
So you said the movie came out when you were 5?
Yeah.
So, so when you went to like kindergarten, did like kids know like?
Yeah, so kids definitely knew, and growing up, that was definitely something to deal with, I guess. Like, I remember when I was young, every time there was a yearbook signing, I just got swarmed by the whole school, pretty much. And I remember like one day coming home and like coming to my mom and being like, "Mom, the 5th graders are only nice to me, and I think it's because only because I'm Boo," you know. And so I kind of like some things like that. But yeah, I don't know when it actually hit me. So I think when I was 5, I don't think I realized I was in a movie. Even like watching it, like, you know, I don't know when it clicked. Probably like elementary school when everyone's swarming me with their yearbooks. Probably when it, it clicked a little bit. But yeah, interesting thing to grow up with for sure. Paid for college though, so get your kids in voice acting. Yeah.
Come on.
Good question. Good question.
Did you guys have a snowball fight with the abominable snowman?
Oh, I wish.
That'd be so
I know. And one thing about voice acting, most people know this, but the voice actors are not actually together. You know, they're not in one room going back and forth. They're all apart. So I didn't actually get to record with Billy Crystal and John Goodman. Pretty sure the first time I met them was at the actual premiere.
Oh, wow.
So kind of a bummer. I know they used to, like back in the day, they would do voiceovers where all the actors were actually interacting. But yeah, but it's cool that I got to meet him after. And then I guess Billy Crystal asked about me when he was recording for Monsters University. And then I got to meet John Goodman and when he was doing some work for that TV show. So that was cool. I got to talk to them a couple of times, but hopefully we could have some sort of reunion. But I haven't seen them in any Comic-Con, so I don't know. A little too big for this. Yay.
When's your next Comic-Con?
I will be in Pasadena, in California. What's that, September 21st? Yeah, but I've been doing Comic-Cons now for about a year. It's interesting. It's an interesting world. This one's cool though. I've never been to one where they have a bunch of games and stuff set up, so interesting. But, yeah. Anything else?
What's your favorite color?
My favorite color? I know you guys can ask me anything. You don't have to just stare. No, my favorite color is blue. I like blue. Is that your favorite color too?
Blue and gray.
It's awesome.
So growing up was, say, Monsters Inc. kind of a big deal in your household, your bedroom decorating?
Oh, no. I always wanted my door painted like Boo, but yeah, no. I had a Betty Boop room when I was little, not a Boo room. I know, I wish. But yeah. Growing up though, I did see it about 1,000,000 times. And I remember like growing up for school auctions and stuff, my mom would like auction off dinners with me, and like, so I'd have to like do that, and probably, yeah, I know, right? I'm like, thanks, Mom. But yeah, so I probably watched the movie like way too many times. My boyfriend's sitting right there. He just watched the movie for the first time 2 months ago, so that's pretty crazy. Yeah. But it's good. We watched it in Spanish. If you haven't watched it in Spanish, it's funnier in Spanish. Everything just more emotion. Like everyone has so much more emotion. It's great.
That is awesome.
And it's all my laughs and cries, and then a little gato. Gato. It's funny.
I can just picture it.
Yeah.
Like looking back at Monsters Inc. and seeing how the progress like sometimes feel it urge to go back to voice acting and try and get it again, even though like you stepped away from it.
Yeah, I definitely have, and so I didn't intentionally step away. Like my parents took me out, which I'm definitely grateful for. So I didn't end up like Lindsay Lohan, or could have been bad. But especially now that I've been doing Comic-Cons and stuff, I'm like, it definitely would be nice to get back into the world and like, but I don't know. I think I'm more in the position of I'm not gonna actively look for anything. And just the more other voice actors I meet and talk to, it's always, you're in the right place at the right time, you know, and that's how it was for me, and even though I was so young, and that's how it is for most people. So if I'm in the right place and I get approached, or if they do a third movie and they ask me to be in it, I would definitely love to do that. But like I said, now I like being on the other side of the camera. I'm a little camera shy, so I like to edit and film and all that, but who knows. If they did a third Monsters Inc., I would definitely love to be Boo again, but yeah. Good question, good question. Yeah?
When you did it, I think in one of part of the movies, they come in and try to scare you. Were you really scared, or was that fun? Like when they come and try to scare you when you were like in the little room?
Yeah, no, I mean, everything was real emotion. So, I mean, to get me to cry, they actually made me cry. To get me to be scared, I'm sure they actually, scared me somehow. Yeah, like I said, I don't remember anything negatively now. You know, it wasn't anything that crazy, but it was all real. But that's what made it so good, because normally they get older people to do kids' voices because they could actually direct them. But since it just happened, my dad was working there, they got a real authentic little 3-year-old, and I think that's what made Boo touch so many people as well, because it's actually like a real little girl. Yeah.
Were you ever Boo for Halloween?
I wasn't.
Oh.
I wish, but they had a Disney day at school once, and I definitely dressed up as Boo. Yeah, I wrecked that for sure. I know when I was little, like as I got into high school, I didn't really mind, but when I was little, I know I didn't want to be associated with Boo. Like I was like, I didn't want people to call me Boo, or I was like, but as I got older, I didn't mind. So I think that's probably why I wasn't Boo growing up, because I was like, that's not me. Yeah. And I keep looking back at your Bulbasaur hat, and I keep thinking it's Sully. But I like that hat. It's cool. Yeah. Cool. Well, you guys should all come see me at my booth. If you have more questions that you don't want to ask in front of everyone. Yeah. Anything else before we wrap this up? Last chance.
I have one.
Yeah?
Why was Boo afraid of Randall?
That is a good question, because actually when I was little, Randall was my favorite character. And I think it's because I always liked characters that like no one else liked. But because I was always like, why is everyone scared? But I think Randall, he liked people being scared of him. He seemed like he liked kind of being that like snaky, like, evil character. So I don't know. And the fact that he just disappears and like appears randomly. That's kind of scary. Did you raise your hand?
He wants to know, have you ever seen snow?
I have, yes. Snow, like
the real
the real snow. I lived in Colorado. I went to college in Colorado.
Where?
At CU Boulder.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that was, it's a mild winter compared to most winters, but that was about the most snow I could do. Every morning before work, I'd have to like pour water on my windshield, and I don't like that. But I do like this. It's beautiful. Have you seen snow?
No?
Not yet. Have you seen the beach?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. At least you got the beach under your belt.
Right, I need to.
Snow.
Yeah.
Do you ever put your voice work as Boo as a credential in your resume?
Yeah, well, so normally, now since I have my own production company, in the past few years I've been working for myself, so I haven't actually had to apply. But yeah, you can bet on LinkedIn it says Voice of Boo as past work, for sure. Yeah. Sometimes I meet people in the like movie industry, and it, for some reason, even though I was 3, it like gives me a little like credibility somehow. I'm like, hey, I'll ride the wave. Why not? Yeah. Well, this has been lovely.
Awesome.
Nice to meet everybody. Hey guys, I'm here today and tomorrow. I'll be here until 6:30 today, and then tomorrow all day. So hopefully I'll see you guys soon.
Thank you.